Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We are so excited to have you all participating in this event with us tonight and have some really fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have about 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Karis, and I'll be serving as your facilitator just to keep things moving along. And so before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. The first one is that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can, however, use that Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure that you check out that schedule on the website. And then finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available to you anytime at strivescan.com/Virginia. That is all that I have for y'all. And so then I will go ahead and turn it over to our first institution and presenter, which is Washington and Jefferson College.
Hi, friends. Happy to be here. As I get my screen share going, I just want to thank everyone for being here and spending some time with us today. My name is Dylan Gerald. I serve as Associate Director of Admission at Washington and Jefferson College, and I work with all of our students from the DMV in the Carolinas. So I will be your admission counselor for all things WNJ. And I want to cover a lot of things about who we are, and what we're kind of here to do. So first things first, we are located in the state of Pennsylvania, in southwestern Pennsylvania, and that's in Washington County. 30 minutes away from Pittsburgh and pretty close to a lot of major cities in the country as well. And if you haven't been to Pittsburgh, it's a great trip, very beautiful. You can see a picture of it on the screen, but it's a great city for young people, and it's actually one of the top tourism destinations for young people as well. Really big college city with a lot of good food and a lot of good things to do, and some really nice places to work whenever you get done with school as well. So it's a great place to be. We're nestled in the hills of Pennsylvania, about 30 minutes down the road, and we were founded in 1781 as two separate institutions and later merged together, which is where we get Washington and Jefferson College. But we've been around for quite a while. We've been known for producing a lot of doctors, lawyers, teachers, educators, and we've added quite a few programs since then. But we tend to, focus a lot on the individual relationship that students have with faculty members, and a lot of opportunities to do things outside of the classroom as well. We have a pretty extensive list of majors and minors. Our curriculum is very flexible as well, so every student will have 2 academic programs when they're with us, and that could be either a double major, a major and a minor combination, or a major and 3 minors, or really anything like that. So there's a lot of ways to kind of make it your own and have something that's professional in nature, and then something that you're also just passionate about. So if mom really wants you to go and do medical school, you can do that, but you can also get that art degree at the same time. In addition to that, we have a lot of pre-professional programs. I won't read them off to you, but quite a lot of specific pathways for students to do some really cool and interesting things as well. One of my favorite things about WNJ is something called the Magellan Project, and it's a way for students to do any kind of academic work over the summer and get it fully funded by the institution. So Clara over here on the right, she actually was able to go to Morocco and Spain and study the cultures of immigration in those countries and how they differ. And she was actually able to present her findings at international conferences around the world, which was pretty cool as well. She then later came back to campus and shared that with the campus community, and we were able to learn quite a bit, but I know that she had a really good time. And when she goes off to, grad school and get her job interviews and things like that, that's one of the things that she'll be able to talk about in detail, because she planned it all by herself. She got the money from the college, but she did everything else with setting up, meetings with refugees and immigrants and government officials, the Border Patrol, all those sorts of things. So really neat experience. In addition to that, we have quite a bit of study abroad. So about 40% of our students will regularly study abroad. And that could be through your traditional semester-long programs or something that we call J-term, which is our intersession. So that's 2 weeks in January where a class will actually go somewhere. So one of my favorite ones is this one on the top right, and that's called the Borderlands trip, where our environmental science faculty go with a group of students to study how the U.S.-Mexico border is affecting like the ecology of the area around the border, but also the people, which has been pretty interesting as well. Although we really like our students to travel a lot, we do have quite a bit going on campus as well. We're a pretty close-knit community, and there are about 80 different clubs on campus and some performing arts groups. Really, really good Division III athletic program, and we have a long tradition of winning. 26 different sports. They're all really pretty good. And then whenever you're a student here, I think this is probably my favorite part to talk about. Whenever you're a student here, what I'm really impressed about with W&J is the level of support that students receive. So you'll have academic advisors, you'll have a student success consultant, you'll have a current student who's there to kind of drag you by the ear and make sure that you're, developing good study habits, but also having a good time in college. And then you'll have someone in the Center for Professional Pathways to start thinking about, your career and being a young professional beginning freshman year. So in the beginning, you'll have at least 4 people kind of on your team to make sure that, you're meeting your benchmarks and you're doing the things that you need to do at an appropriate time for you. And with all of that, our outcomes are pretty much speak for themselves. Our students tend to go wherever it is they want to go and do whatever it is they want to do, whether that's go to grad school or get a job. We have no problems getting students kind of placed into exactly what they want to do. 90% acceptance to med school and other pre-health programs, 90% for law school, and 97% of our students are employed or in grad school within 6 months of graduation. Last little bit is just next steps. If you're a senior, submit your application, it's free. If you're a junior, the application will open up in August. And all that we require is your transcript, but everything else will happen pretty quickly once we get to that point. Thanks, and have a good rest of your night.
All right, up next, we've got Full Sail University.
All right. So thank you so much. As I get my screen up for hosting this, I'm really excited to share a little bit more about the school. So my name is Jolie. I'm with the outreach team here at Full Sail University. So Full Sail is a very unique school. We are more entertainment, media, arts, and technology based. So I just wanted to share just a brief video showcasing a little bit about us. So as you can see, our school is a little bit more on the hands-on side in regard to how we do things. So these are the areas of studies that we do cater to. So we tend, again, to focus more on the entertainment, media, arts, and technology side, but we do have over 50 degrees within these areas of studies. So everything from, as you can see, business, sports, gaming too as well. And definitely I will be able to give you some information at the end so you can find out a little bit more about some of these areas of studies. Otherwise, we are located in Winter Park, Florida, which is just a suburb outside of Orlando. As you can see by the theme parks, we've been here since 1979. A lot of people don't know that. Given that our campus, we always try to keep up to date with technology. So as you can see, this is a little bit about our campus, but one of the highlights that I do love about our school is that it is very fast and focused. So you actually get done in half the time that it would traditionally take. So it's about 20 months to get a fully accredited bachelor's degree. Another thing too, as well, is you can start anytime. We do rolling admissions. So we are ready whenever you're ready. So yes, we do have starts in August, but of course, if you miss that date, you can, of course, look at enrolling in September and then on. And then another thing too is we're very real world project based. As you can see here, these are actually our classes that you're seeing here in the background. Yeah, you're getting that hands-on experience that a lot of the time the industry is looking for. And then also you're learning on industry gear too, as well within these classes. And in addition to the classes being hands-on, you will have what we call a project launch box when you enroll. So students do get a technology package. Again, when they do enroll, it's either a MacBook Pro, but or if it's in a program that is more tech-based that you need Microsoft products for, it would be an MSI gaming laptop. Yeah, they decided to pick the gaming laptop, which I love for this, but it is a powerhouse to work on too as well. So with that being said, this is another thing I did want to feature and highlight is the creative community that Full Sail fosters, and we do have a lot of different student clubs. I do want to point out one in particular here, which is the esports club. We play games like Rocket League, League of Legends. We just added Rainbow Six, and as well as Valorant. So any student in any degree program can try out to join on an esports team. And if you do make it on there, we do offer specialty training. But with that being said, let's talk about what happens after graduation. We've had some pretty amazing stories, as far as what our alumni has been doing out in the industry, some awards that they've won over the past year too as well, and where they usually, where they've been ending up. So some of the companies that you're seeing here are big companies, but that might not be any, everybody's ambitions. There's a lot of students that want to own their own company or start their own company, which we do love to see. But it's amazing that they've been able to be a part of these communities and be a part of these creative projects that these companies create. So biggest, takeaway from this is definitely with our school, we, of course, do have scholarships that we do offer. In fact, I need to update this, but yes, we have a scholarship guide that we can send out to you because that's a big thing about our school. We want to make sure that students know what we do offer. And that is something, again, I will put in the chat. You can find out a little bit more about that. But yeah, if this, if a hands-on creative communities is something that interests you, we highly recommend touring. We do offer virtual tours and we do have an on-campus tour right now too as well. I will leave this QR code up here for, about 30 seconds, but definitely feel free to, of course, reach out to us. Again, I will be putting some information in the chat. And that is pretty much it for me. And I, again, wanted to thank the coordinator for allowing us to be here to let you know more about the school.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Up next, looks like we have got Franklin and Marshall College.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. Give me a moment to share my screen. Okay, let's see if I can make this around. All right. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Hannah Fralinger. I am the Associate Director of Regional Admissions for Franklin and Marshall College. So I live locally here in the Northern Virginia area. Franklin and Marshall is located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So if you're in the Northern Virginia area, just for context, about 2.5 hours away from that area, and then a little bit further you get down the state. But just some quick information about Franklin and Marshall. We like to describe ourselves as a small liberal arts college, just a little over 2,300 students, and we also like to describe ourselves as a global student body. We have about 42 states represented in 46 countries, and we're close to about 20% international. Which is really great. So we have a really diverse and unique community here at Franklin and Marshall, 23% first gen, 25% students of color. So we really take a lot of pride on the community that we build here at Franklin and Marshall. And I'll probably say the word community a lot throughout this presentation. I really think that's something that is a great way to describe Franklin and Marshall, is just the community aspect, just the involvement the students have with the classes, the extracurriculars, the city of Lancaster. So they really take in as much as they can throughout their 4 years. One thing I think Franklin and Marshall is really known for is pretty great academics. So our average class size is about 17 with a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So we'd like to keep those class sizes on the smaller side just so you can build those relationships with your professors. And we have about 62 fields of study. I'll say some of our more popular majors, business, economics, biology, government on the more popular side, but we have some more unique majors such as animal behavior. We also have a great pre-med, pre-law program as well if you're interested in those areas. And the classes are pretty heavy on the discussion-based curriculum. So they really want you to have those discussions with your professors and your classmates as well. So that's why we try to keep those classes on the smaller side. And with us being liberal arts, you don't have to declare your major until the end of your sophomore year. So you really have some time to figure out what you want to do, take a lot of different classes here and there to really make the most of your 4 years and really hone in on your interests and the areas that you want to study in. So we really, like I said, here's that word community again. We really are a very collaborative community. We have 5 college houses, and I'll get to the houses in a moment and kind of describe the setup with that. We have over 100 student-run clubs and organizations and 27 varsity athletic teams. We are a Division III school of sports, but we are Division I with wrestling, Division III everywhere else, and then we have a lot of great club intramural sports as well. Most students are involved in about 3 to 5 activities on average. So like I said, students are very involved academically, want to achieve academically, but they also want to be involved outside of the classroom as well. So getting involved in a number of different things. Like I said, over 100 student-run clubs and organizations. So a lot of opportunity for involvement throughout your 4 years. Getting back to the college houses really quick, just a quick kind of overview of those. I think that college house system at F&M is one of the more unique areas of the school. So freshmen are required to live on campus. And the way you get placed in one of the 5 college houses is based off the freshman seminar course that you select. And so they try to put students of similar interests together. Some people like to describe the college housing system kind of like Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Some people like that comparison, some people don't, but I think it's a good kind of way to kind of get a visual of kind of how it's set up. Each house has its own budget that they manage. The houses have competitions between one another, social events. So it's something, the college house that you're a part of really sticks with you. And even after you move off campus or live somewhere else after your freshman year, you're always connected with your house. You actually graduate with your house as well. So it's something that stays with you, not just your freshman year, but all 4 years and beyond after graduating. Another area that I like to highlight at Franklin Marshall is something called, with the acronym OSPGAD. It's our Office of Student and Postgraduate Development. Kind of think of it like a career center for most colleges. So this is really something at an office that I think is the biggest strength of F&M. So you really get hands-on guidance and support with pre-health, pre-law, pre-STEM, but really any major that you're interested in. There's 85% engagement rate across all class years. So they really encourage you to start meeting with these counselors freshman year, not waiting till your senior year. They help with job placements, internships, just kind of getting that experience during your 4 years to kind of prepare you, whether it's postgraduate school, a job, whatever the path might be for you. This office really sets you up for success in that area. Just a few admissions facts for you. We are on the Common App. We are test optional. We've been test optional for about 30 years, so nothing new for us. Our deadlines are listed there. We have ED1, ED2, regular notification. And then we do recommend interviews, but they're not required. And we are doing most of those virtually. So they're very easy to access. So we only really require the transcript, the application, test scores if you'd like. Interviews, like I said, are optional. And then we do require 2 letters of rec. Usually a teacher and a counselor. But if you're a rising senior, you're a junior right now, plenty of time for this. The application should open up in August. And then just another area I like to highlight just to kind of get on your radar and just to do some research on is our financial aid. We are a 100% institutionally determined need school, so we meet 100% of need. So we do not offer merit-based scholarships, but we do meet 100% of the institutionally determined need based off of your FAFSA information, CSS profile. So we are able to determine that from there. We award about $60 million each year in grant aid, and more than 60% of students receive some form of need-based aid. And that's the average age there for you as well. But if you have any questions, we have a great financial aid office to answer any questions that you might have. And then lastly, if you are interested in F&M at all, we are offering virtual information sessions. If you're unable to visit campus, we are offering in-person events as well if you'd like to attend. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you so much.
All right, up next, we've got Mount St. Mary's University.
All right, hello everybody. Just give me one moment to share my screen. But my name is Casey Smile, one of the admissions counselors here at the Mount. I work with students from DC, North Carolina, and Virginia. I'm also a Mount St. Mary's University alum, so I'm very excited to be here today and share some of the awesome things that I love about the university. So we were founded in 1808 by a man named Father John Dubois. He was actually a priest who fled the French Revolution, made his way over to Virginia first, then came up to Emmitsburg, Maryland, where we are located. It's about an hour outside of Washington, D.C. We are in Maryland, just below Gettysburg, if you know where that is. But we're also a Catholic school. So we have 214 years of Catholic tradition. Students always ask us, do I have to go to Mass every day? Do I have to be Catholic to come to the Mount? The answer to that is no. We welcome students of all religious backgrounds. It is encouraged to continue practicing your faith in college, but you are at no point ever required to attend Mass. However, if you would like to continue practicing your faith in college, you're in a good place because we have 7 chapels on campus. The picture that you're seeing on the screen is actually our main chapel, which we show on tour. So what do we look like today? Well, we have just over 2,000 students in our undergraduate population. While we are small, we still represent people from 47 states and 38 countries, so that's awesome. We are all over the map. We do a lot of international recruiting for our athletics. Our male to female ratio is around 50-50, and then you'll see that number there at the bottom. So 77% of our students live on campus all 4 years. You're going to hear more and more throughout the presentation that we're not a commuter school. Once our students are on campus, they stay on campus for the semester because we're a very hyperactive, lively campus. So what is there to get involved in? Well, we have over 70 majors and minors here at the Mount that you can choose from. I like to take some time to explain what your class schedule might look like if you come to the Mount. We like to say it's broken down into 3 different parts. About a third of it is dedicated to our core curriculum. You'll take, again, kind of those general education classes, math, history, science. The reason why we have students participate in the core is because in 3.5, 4 years, we want you to be able to go out into the world being more knowledgeable than just the skills that you're learning in your major. Now, about a third of your class schedule is dedicated to your major or minor, and then about a third is dedicated to some flex rooms. So here at the Mount, we don't expect you to come in knowing exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life. That can be kind of intimidating. So we allow our students up to 2 years to decide. You're going to have an academic advisor who's going to walk you through every semester, picking out your classes, point you to other resources on campus. We're, again, a smaller school, so you can expect around 18 students in a classroom. That allows for a more individualized approach. Your professors are going to know your name, expect you to come to class, kind of all the things you're probably doing in high school. Your professors are also going to help you find internships. So around 76% of our students will complete at least 1 internship, if not multiple internships if they come to the Mount. Again, we're relatively close to Washington, D.C., so students will go to Washington to complete internships. They will go to Frederick, Maryland, which is our nearest city. It's about 15 minutes from us. But a lot of our students stay on campus to complete internships. You don't need a car. It is free to bring and park a car all 4 years. I encourage students not to bring a car because a lot of our professors do work outside academia, and they are always looking for students to work under them. Now, another big part of your educational experience in college is what you're going to be involved in outside the classroom. As students drive to our campus, they often wonder, where's the town? Well, we're not located in a huge city necessarily, but all the fun happens on campus. So we have over 100 activities that we run every year that keep our students engaged after school or on the weekends. So like I said, we're not a commuter school. All these clubs and organizations are student-led, and we encourage students, bring your passions, bring things that you're interested in to college, and also stay open-minded, because I'm sure there's stuff on here that you've never heard of before, and we want you to get involved because it looks really, really great to employers. So we're a very hyperactive, lively campus. We're also Division I. We love to support our fellow Mounties on the field, the court, and the pool. We have 24 NCAA Division I athletics teams, and we compete in the Northeast Conference. We're very competitive, even though we're small. Around a third of our student body does compete at the Division I level. And then we also have intramural and club sports too for students who still want to travel, want to compete, but don't necessarily want to wake up super early for lift. So this is that's a little bit about us. I want to talk a bit about the application process. Seniors, our application is open. It's free. I encourage you to apply, come up for a tour. But for our juniors, the application opens in August of this year. We are going to need you to apply. We are on Common App, or you can use our university application. We are going to need your high school transcript. We have an average GPA of 3.5. That's not a requirement, just an average. And then we are also going to need at least one letter of recommendation from a guidance counselor or a teacher. We are test optional. We were test optional long before the pandemic. We don't think it's a great predictor of college success. We want to hear more about what you were involved in high school. So please, even though it's not required, I encourage you to include a personal statement or an essay, include your extracurricular activities, or include additional letters of recommendation. Anything that we really can't tell from your transcript, we want to hear about somewhere else in your application. Now, these are our scholarships. So all of our students who get accepted will receive will receive one merit scholarship ranging from $20,000 to $30,000 off tuition. So that comes directly off your full tuition, and that will carry over per year. So what you receive your freshman year, you are going to have all 4 years. And that brings with FAFSA and the merit scholarship, that brings the average financial aid award to around $35,000. So it's definitely affordable, but your admissions counselors are here to help. So if you do have any questions, please reach out to us. Please come for a tour. We offer tours every day. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Up next, we have got Concord University.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So Concord University is located in Athens, West Virginia. We also have a secondary campus in Beckley, and we were established in 1872. So Concord is a public liberal arts university. We started as an education school, but we now offer over 60 undergraduate majors, minors, and programs of study, and 5 graduate degree programs. And each and every year, we offer over $21 million in financial aid. To apply to Concord is 100% free. All you have to do is go to concord.edu/apply. Our standard requirements is a 2.0 minimum GPA, as long as you have a 2.5 in your college prep coursework, and a 950 on the SAT or an 18 on the ACT. We also do accept transfer students. So if you decide to start elsewhere but are interested in transferring to Concord, you can absolutely do that. I want to take time to brag a little bit about our faculty. We have over 110 full-time faculty, and 73% of our faculty hold their highest attainable degree. Our average classroom size is about 13 students, so you have the opportunity to learn from your professors in a small classroom environment, as well as also our professors do serve as academic advisors to all of our students inside of their discipline. We have many performing arts programs, including the radio station you see in the picture, as well as also a TV station and our campus newsletter for those who are interested in communications. We also have theater, musical theater, marching band, jazz ensemble, a dance team, and much more. We have tons of different student activities on our campus, everything from Greek life, political organizations, faith-based organizations, or multicultural organizations. We also have intramural sports. So if you're not interested in playing at the college level, you can participate in intramural sports year round, as well as also we're a great place for outdoor recreation. And we have different kinds of clubs. That way you can get involved in the outdoors. Speaking of outdoor recreation, we're less than 30 minutes from a ski resort. We're also less than 6 miles away from one of the top rated state parks in West Virginia. We have tons of different opportunities for hiking and mountain biking. We're less than an hour from whitewater rafting at the longest arc bridge in the Western Hemisphere. So a lot of great outdoor recreation opportunities right in our backyard, and some discounts and many other opportunities for our students, which come free of charge with being a Concord student. We are NCAA Division II school. We have about 16 different NCAA Division II athletic teams, and there are athletic scholarship opportunities at Concord. We also have an esports program. Our esports program, we're currently competitive in about 8 different games. We've actually won the national tournament where our team has won over $10,000 in a cash prize. And we do offer scholarship for esports as well. You can go to concord.edu/esports in order to learn more about that program and reach out to our coaching staff. On our campus, we have about 6 different residence halls, which include academic, organizational, substance-free. We do have parking for all students, including freshmen. If you are a freshman, you can bring your car to campus your first year. We also have recreation rooms, social rooms, and study rooms in all of our residence halls. We do have on-campus dining. We have a Starbucks on our campus, as well as Subway. We have Wingspan, and we have a new restaurant called Food Labs, which rotates different ethnic cuisines just about every week. And we have some different meal plan options where you can have some money to spend at some of our select locations, and also meal swipes in our all-you-can-eat cafeteria, which is just upstairs in our student center. We do prioritize public safety. All of our campus police officers are trained and state certified by West Virginia State Police Academy. So we do take pride in being able to offer a safe learning environment to our students. We do have video surveillance of all public areas, as well as also some emergency phone kiosks on campus and other safety measures to make sure we're ensuring safety is a top priority on our campus. We do offer merit scholarship. Our merit scholarship awards begin at just a 3.0 GPA and can go all the way up to full tuition, room and board, depending upon your GPA as well as your test scores. We also have some other scholarship programs like our Bonner Scholars Program. We offer scholarships to our Alumni Association and our foundation. For out-of-state students, we do have tuition reduction programs, which based upon your major or where you live, you may qualify for automatic $4,000 reduction in your tuition before scholarship. And for our many generous scholarship programs, we've actually been nationally recognized by studentloans.com as number 49th amongst all public schools in the country for amount of scholarship we offer to undergraduate students. So we do take pride in offering affordable education as well. So if you are on social media, please be sure to follow us. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok, so you can stay up to date with things that are going on around campus. And this is our staff. I am Marcus Merle, and thank you again for joining us tonight.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Our last institution of the night is Shepherd University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Oops. Perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica, and I am a senior admissions counselor here at Shepherd University. Thank you all so much for joining me for today's session, and I'm super excited to share with y'all why you belong here at Shepherd. So just to start out, look at this location. If you're not sure where Shepherd University is located, we are actually a public liberal arts institution nestled in the heart of history. We're located right along the Potomac River near old battlefields, and we're about 90 minutes from the DC metro area and just a few short hours from the major cities like Philadelphia and New York City. Shepherd is located in the corner of the Eastern Panhandle in the oldest town in West Virginia, Shepherdstown. You really get the best of both worlds at Shepherd by being in a small, tight-knit community, but having those big city opportunities. And our students truly are the heartbeat of Shepherd University. We have around 3,200 total students, with 60% of our students being female and around 40% being male. Around 60% of our students do come to us from West Virginia, but the other 40% make up students from all 50 states and 16 different countries. And then when it comes to academics, we have over 80 majors to choose from here at Shepherd, with different concentrations and minors where you can really customize your plan of study to what your goals are after you graduate. We have different majors from everything like computer science to social work, and our top 3 majors at Shepherd are nursing, business, and education. Being able to offer a variety of programs and concentrations allows you to really be in small class sizes from the very beginning. And we really thrive on personal attention here at Shepherd. Our student to teacher ratio sits at about 14:1. And it's great because the teacher is not only going to know your name, but they're going to know what you want to do when you graduate and your goals in life. So they really help you to get to those goals by looking for opportunities in the field. Now, throughout your time here at Shepherd, you'll really get to apply what you've learned in the books into the real world with hands-on experience. Oh, sorry, my dog's in the background. But you really get that hands-on experience to prepare you for your career, and it's done differently, but a lot of times you can do it through like majors, like tutoring and internships. And it's nice because having these different support services really allows you to succeed at Shepherd. We have our Shepherd Success Academy, which helps freshman students acclimate from transitioning from high school into college. You have secondary advising, our advising assistance center that allows you to help with choosing classes, or if you're thinking about changing your major, they help make sure that everything that you need, it will transfer so that you can still graduate on time. And then we also have a career services office where they help you with building a resume and cover letters. They help with mock interviews. And they also hold a career fair every year to provide students with an opportunity to see what's going to be out in their field when they graduate. All right, and then when it comes to career prep, you can see that a few different ways here at Shepherd. A lot of times for a lot of our majors, it's going to be seen through internships at different companies in the area, clinical rotations for nursing students, student teaching for education students. So it's nice because normally in your junior and senior year, you're going to get to go out into the field and put what you learned in the books into the real world. And not only is the academic side important to us, but campus life is as well. We have over 90 clubs and organizations, everything from Greek life to intramural sports. We have academic and social clubs like kayaking or board game club. And Shepherdstown itself, even though it's small, it's pretty poppin'. We love our different events and parades around here. So there's always something going on campus. And we have NCAA Division II athletics. So we have 15 different sports teams where the community and students come together to enjoy the events. We have different residence halls on campus for students to live in, and the 3 different housing options are traditional, suite, and apartment. With all of these housing, we offer single and double occupancy, and there's also free laundry that you can utilize while living in the dorms. And it's also nice too, because even as a freshman, you're able to have your car on campus. Because we are a public state institution, we try to keep our annual tuition affordable for all students in state and out of state. So as a full-time Virginia student, the full tuition price would sit around $28,000 for tuition plus room and board. And that's just that sticker price, not considering any types of scholarships or financial aid. And so for you all being from Virginia, you're automatically awarded the Metro Scholarship from our admissions office that is $5,500 per year for all students. And then we also have academic scholarships that vary depending on your GPA and test scores. Now, our admissions requirements for this year, for the fall 2022 semester, is only your high school transcripts. We don't require any SAT or ACTs right now. We're optional for that. Personal statement and letters of recommendation are also recommended, but not required. And so with that, you just want to send us your high school transcripts. Now, when it comes to the FAFSA, you want to make sure no matter what school you're wanting to go to, that you have that filled out, because a lot of times for scholarships, grants, loans, the FAFSA is going to be needed. So you want to make sure you put Shepherd down as a school. Now, the last thing, what you got to do now is come and visit Shepherd. You can come and take a tour of campus. We have it every weekday at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. We'll also have a few open houses available for you. And then we are available on the Common App as well as the online application on our website. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're available through text. You can call our main office or send us an email. We're here to help, and we're here to help you find your home at Shepherd. So thank you so much for listening. I'm so sorry about my dog again, and have a great evening.
Thanks so much. Well, it looks like we have a few more minutes together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open us up for some Q&A. And so if all of our partner institutions want to go ahead and turn their mics on, turn their cameras back on, we will get started with our Q&A for tonight. I will just ask that you all respond in the same order that you presented in. And so the first question that I have for all of you is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I think I'm first. The thing I would want students to remember is that W&J is really a place that wants to see you thrive when you're at school with us, and that we're really going to do whatever it is we can to get you on the path that you want to be on. Short and sweet.
All right, well, I guess I'm up next. One thing I definitely want you all to, of course, remember about the school is that we're very welcoming, open community, very creative community, industry-led, because industry professionals teach our students within the programs. So I do love that. So they're super passionate. This will be a super passionate community that you'll be a part of, and that's absolutely what I love about the school.
Yeah, for Franklin and Marshall, I would just say, like I said in my presentation, our Office of Student Postgraduate Development, I think, is very successful in preparing students for their 4 years and beyond, and the opportunities it gives its students. So, yeah.
Something I guess is kind of unique to our school that I would want students to remember is that we are ranked #1 in Maryland for employment after college. So 98% of our students are either employed or in a graduate program 1 year after graduation. So I think the small class size really helps us achieve that.
One thing I want you to remember about Concord University as a graduate is that we offer a small, close-knit family environment. So if you decide to attend Concord, it's not just going to be your school for 4 years. You're going to welcome a new family as well.
All right, and I think for Shepherd, yeah, definitely the small class sizes. It's nice because normally in your junior and senior year, you're going to get to do something out of classroom, whether it's an internship or doing study abroad. And then another thing is that our mascot is a real life animal. It's a ram. So I think that's so cool. We have a birthday party for him every year. That's like the big event. So it's fun to have him come to all our events.
All right. And then the last question I will close out the night with is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I just talked with my mute on. The college search is yours. It's really up to you to own it. You have all of these people that are here in this Zoom room that are here to help you throughout your college search. But I think it's important to, consider not just academic program or location or, the big things that you think about. It's also important to think about the people that are going to affect your life when you go to college. That can often be a deciding factor on, the trajectory of what life looks like after college and the relationships that you have. So take control of it, ask questions, create a plan. I recommend a calendar. I could go on for 3 whole days about this, but those are my big advices.
Awesome. My biggest advice is tour if you can. Get a chance to see the school, see the environment, meet maybe some educators or admissions counselors, get a feel for the vibe of the school and also your learning style. How do you learn best? Full Sail is more hands-on, but you could be more traditional. So you want to find that environment and also learning style, in my opinion, that is going to be the best fit for you to succeed. So that's pretty much my advice. Yes, if you can come see a school, visit all these schools here if you can. So that way, again, you can get an idea of what it is that's going to be a good fit for you.
Yeah, those two are great. I would just keep it simple and say, do your research and don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask as many as possible.
Yeah, I encourage all prospective students to reach out to a current student who's just because they're the ones who are living this lifestyle every day, and I think they can give you a really good, clear opinion of what they think of their school. So reach out to a current student.
My advice is similar to a couple others, but just make your own decision. Absolutely. If you have the opportunity to visit a school, then go visit the school that you're considering going to. Don't go to a school just because your friend or a family member thought it was great, because it could be a different experience for you.
Awesome. So my advice would be to reach out to your high school guidance counselors. They're there for you to help they've helped so many students through the process before, so they might know of schools you might not have even heard about. So just reaching out and developing a relationship with your counselors, they can help you through the process. If this is your first time even thinking about the college process, they're there to help you and make sure that you're making the right decisions and that you have everything you need to get to that next step.
Well, thank you so much to our panelists, and thanks to all of you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick 5-question survey, and so we would appreciate any feedback you could provide us about your experience tonight. I would also encourage you to go ahead and check back that schedule and sign up for more sessions. And then finally, you'll be able to review not only this session, but all of the other sessions happening tonight at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you all so much and enjoy the rest of your night.